The police in Ekiti State have raised concern over the enormous influx of motorcycles, known as Okada, into the state for commercial purpose. The recent restriction on the operation of motorcycles and tricycles in Lagos State have left neighboring states to be receivers of the motorcycles ejected from Lagos. Such states include Oyo, Ogun, and Osun. Ekiti has, however, not been left out of the intrusion of motorcycles, as the police command raised an alarm on the significant increase on the number of motorcycles in the state within a short period of time. The statement released by the Ekiti State Police Command stated that many suspected persons entered the state with their motorcycles for commercial activities. This has left the fear of upsurge in criminal acts in the public as well as the police command. In a bid to curb this occurrence, the Commissioner of Police in Ekiti State, Ță0Ł1Ç, has issued a directive that all motorcycles in the state must be adequately documented and registered for accountability purpose, while motorcycles used in perpetrating criminal acts will be impounded. Of course, guys, we know that what happened in Lagos will get to other states. The other states will be able to they will feel the impact of what has happened in Lagos because of the ban in Lagos. So definitely it is allowed. We talked about what happened in Ogun State. Even before that, the government of Ogun State said, oh, they will be welcomed, that if Lagos is not going to be accepting you, that they will open their arms and accept all those motorbikes and whatever. But 48 hours at the end of the day, I thought maybe they thought the whole thing through, that he's not going to favor them at the end of the day. So they had to like, no, we are not going to do that, and they were rejected. So also, Ogun State, or your state, but I don't know the position of your state government, but at least for what we know, the Ogun State government has rejected them, that they don't want them, that they're not going to cope, or they will not be able to cope. If Lagos cannot cope, who are they in the first place? So they rejected them from coming into the state because they have a lot of problems, on their hands, that they wouldn't want to include this motorbike or Okada, as we always call them. But the case is now in Ekiti State, which they are complaining. According to what they are saying that, of course, if really they are going to accept them, they are going to look into all of those things. They want them to be well documented, because when you are aware of something, that okay, this is going to go like this, of course you'll be able to plan very well. But unlike the way it happened in Lagos, the people were just coming, from different places. And the worst part of it is that they're not even coming from Nigeria. The majority of them are coming from outside the country. So because there was no proper plan in place, they didn't know what to do. So the people were just coming, and they were just calling themselves to become, this place is a free fall, anybody can come. And it was a good thing that they quickly made that instant decision. The state government made that decision so that it will not escalate to something else. But for Ekiti State now, since they are now aware of the whole thing, they now say, okay, they are going to document them, and if really you are going to come with a different mindset to come and commit any form of havoc, they are not going to allow that. But for the fact that they already know what has been trending, what has been happening, so they have to document them. So it's not just that you just come for nothing and nobody will be able to trace you and what have you. But at the end of the day, we pray that they will be able to skate through and do the right thing, because they always talk like this in the first place. But at the end of the day, they will mess up the whole thing. That is Nigerian factor for you. So, but for now, they are really afraid that because of the incidents in Lagos, the ban in Lagos, Okada ban in Lagos, has made way for all of those people to be going to all those other states. But they need to do the right thing. In as much they have said they are going to be documented, they should follow it to the letter. They should follow it through. They should not just stop by, in the middle of the whole thing, before it will not be a free fall. Because if they don't do the right thing from the beginning, when the problem comes, they might not be able to cope with it. They are still struggling with S-men. Those ones are still telling you now. You can imagine the condition they are giving most states now. They will tell you they will not stay in a place. They don't want to go into ranching. They don't want to go into this. If you don't want this kind of problem to escalate to that level, you better do the documentation. If at all you want to receive them, at least it is an eye opener for them to do the needful. If you don't do the needful, when the problem comes, they will not be able to contain it. That is just my own submission. If you want to accept them, like you said, do proper documentation so that people will not just come from different places and, you know, just do whatever they want to do. Like we say, you can stay anywhere. If a particular state does not favor you, you can go to another state. And if the state says, okay, this is what we are going to do, you must make sure you abide by that, the law of that state. Not that at some point you will not say, oh, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. So they need to know what they want from the beginning. I mean, Ekiti State, if they want to accept these people, you need to know what you want from the beginning so that they will know what they are coming into. Not that halfway now they will not be giving you conditions, giving the state conditions, just the way S-men are giving or your state government condition that they will not do this, giving Benue state government they can't do this, that they will be moving around the state, and they said no, you can't do that. So it is better you let them know the rules and regulations of that state. If you know that you want to accept them, it's a good and welcome development. Someone says here that both other governors and state legislatures of Southwest should have prepared for all these influences before now by legislating appropriate laws to prevent them from coming. They can pass budget within 1 hour but can't do the needful when it comes to protecting their lives. This is why Southwest State must have literate legislatures and not the crop of greedy illiterate ones we have now. So that is just it. They need to put all of those things in place. If you don't do that, at the end of the day, if you joke with it, if you try to play politics with it, when the problem comes in, you might not be able to contain them. And Lagos City is so lucky because the government could, you know, put their feet on ground. And it's not as if they are just making the law. The law has been there before now, but the problem was enforcing the law. The problem was enforcement. Ambode could not enforce the law. It was during Fashola's time that law was, you know, put there. But when Ambode came, you know, he wanted to play a good guy, and that was why the whole thing just escalated. But thank God that this guy could really, you know, key into that law that has been in place, and it is working for him. Though some people are still like, oh, why would he do that? Some people, they are now regretting why they voted Þ0Ł1Ç, but it goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. When most of the time we complain about these politicians, of course we know that they have their own faults, but at times when they still do some things, you still have to give them kudos and try to look in depth of what the reason why they take some decisions. If you look at everything holistically and you see that, oh, it's not really making any sense, of course you can start complaining. But when they are coming out to tell you because of security, and you yourself, even as a Lagosian, you know that these people coming in, you know, it was a red signal, red flag that you need to know. You can complain because you are alive to complain. You know these people, once they get to a place, they want to become the Alpha and Omega. You hear the statement being made by this Fulani group saying they owe the Nigerian land, that this and this and that. And of course, everybody knows their history, but now they want to start claiming. And just like we said, the government or the presidency at the center will behave as if they don't understand or they did not hear what the statement they've been making. But we heard from Obasanjo that said, no, you guys, try to place them where they belong, so that you don't own this place, that you are just visitors. So if they don't do the right thing, just like we are having problem with S-men now, the same thing will come up. It will come up because you think, oh, everything is rosy. So other states that might want to accept them, you better know what you are going into and make your laws ready so that everybody will follow the directives. Not at some point you not say, no, you didn't know, you didn't whatever. So as you are coming, you know what you are coming into, so that you not be complaining at the end of the day that no, somebody is infringing on your rights. Someone said they are ill wind that does not blow anybody any good. Send them away quick. Someone said, Governor, I beg, sir, quickly throw them away. The price of liberty is internal vigilance. Don't allow them to stay. They would be security threats very soon to the state. They were sent away from Lagos. Send them back to their state. What their state did not permit them to do from their northern state, they came to the southwest doing it. Better don't allow them to stay. They are not law-abiding. Exactly, they are not law-abiding. That is the problem. They are not law-abiding at all. So, guys, let's hear your take concerning this alarm that the police has raised in Ekiti State. Leave your comments below and let's have your take. Thank you very much.